Liam, you must be absolutely delighted with that first victory under your tenureship. That's a very impressive performance.
Yeah, no, really pleased with the guys. I think, again, keep saying it since I've been here, just been so impressed by their attitude, their desire to work, how close they are as a group, just their real hunger to play football ultimately. That purity when you start as a youngster in terms of just love of the game, and them guys have it in abundance, and really pleased. Thought it was a real solid performance. You could see, I thought, especially second half as the game, the last 25 minutes especially, I thought we grew into it in terms of control and could start to see some of the things we've spoken about. So yeah, overall delighted with the performance and delighted with the result.
And it came after a slow start. I think the first 15 minutes I thought Charlton attacked the game very well and got that goal, and it was pretty much after the goal that your side just sprang into life.
Yeah, and it was a little similar last week against Sunderland, right? We concede a goal and then it kind of kick-starts us, and it's one we'll speak about as a group. Again, we're obviously in the early stages. There's things that we need to look at and work on, and yeah, like I say, I look forward to getting on the grass and taking some sessions to really build on some of the bits you see out there, because at the minute it's just classroom work. So I thought we started both halves a little bit slow, to be totally honest, but as it went on, I thought they really grew into the game and started to show their quality. I thought that was the biggest thing. We showed we can do a bit of everything. We can play, we can attack, we can we'll compete and fight if we have to, and yeah, I was really pleased with that. I thought the game had a bit of everything.
And your front players, Scott did a lovely ball through to allow Troy to get the goal, to get things equal, and from then on in it was you never felt in danger. You never felt as if MK Dons were in danger.
Yeah, both goals were actually real high quality. Troy's adamant he meant the touch for the second one, which I've just watched the video back, so I'll have a chat with him when we go back in. But yeah,
he did, Liam. That was quality.
He was quick. He was quick to tell me afterwards. But again, he's in the 2 games I've been here. He's shown two goals in 2 games and arguably an assist. Whether we give it him or not, we'll have a discussion. But yeah, I think that when you look at it throughout the team, I think what we have to do is get players in positions where they can showcase their strengths, and I think we saw that tonight with Twiney picking it up, Troy Hutton, deep run from beyond. Back players I thought were really solid and dealt with Stockley really well, who's a handful. It's hard to single out any individual. I thought collectively it was a terrific performance.
And one of the things you've mentioned since you've taken over as head coach is, I think you've used the expression managing the game sometimes, or just sometimes when you're not necessarily attacking the goal or not necessarily going for goals, you have to manage the game. You did that very well after the second goal.
Yeah, definitely, and especially when you've got young players. I think what's going to be really important for us this year is showing that maturity, making mature decisions. Of course, if we could get an extra goal and make it more comfortable, we'll do that. But at the same point, there's moments where actually resting on the ball, seeing it out, and making sure that we show that maturity to see off. Sunderland did it to us last week and ultimately win the game because of it, and I thought we did that really well tonight. So yeah, really delighted.
When you can bring on Dean Lewington and he can throw his face in front of a high boot at the end, you've got the squad, haven't you?
Yeah, like I say, he's been terrific since I've been here, and again you can see that he comes on, builds on what we had first half, and shows that maturity, that seniority that the group need. And yeah, you hear him before the game. He's not starting, but what he brings in the changing room, how he helps people, how vocal he is outstanding. So yeah, it was great for him to be able to get on and have a positive impact like he did.
Yeah, just keep the number. I think it was Jai Sami who was causing quite a few problems, wasn't it, down there? And it just kind of kept him quiet.
Yeah, he used his experience, right? I thought you saw that. We had a few issues, nothing major. I thought down the right hand side it was more from set pieces they caused us problems. But yeah, I thought second half they like I say, I thought we stopped them at source. We didn't let them load the balls up with quality, and then when they did, we dealt with them really well and landed on second. So like I say, really mature performance.
I guess you want to remain calm, and I guess you want to, you're giving the press interview, but that must mean quite a lot tonight to get that first win and that first 3 points, especially here at Stadium MK.
Yeah, of course. Coming in, the sooner it happens, the better for me and for the staff and for the players. I think I'm not naive enough to think that. So I think especially in a week where you're going right, like I said, I don't want to keep talking about it, but 2 games, Saturday, Tuesday, no real opportunity to get on the grass and actually implement things. And what it shows is even second half, some of the bits that we're asking them to do, you could start to see, and it helped us control the game. So it just shows how good learners the players are. Sorry, they take on the information really well. But yeah, it's a big one to get the win. I think it's now a case of building on that for Saturday, making sure we get ready, do the preparation that we need to. Fortunately, we'll have a session on Thursday, Friday, and then make sure that we're ready to go again Saturday.
Clearly didn't let a couple of missed opportunities earlier in the game affect him. That finish from Mo Isa came at the perfect time.
No, Mo was disappointed with himself on Saturday, and I spoke to him, and Mo will score goals at this level. I have no issue with that. I think you see it. He does a lot of unselfish work. He does a lot of running for the team. He does a lot of work where he pins players and allows Troy and Twiney to get it in the pocket. So I said to him, don't think that work goes unnoticed. I think that's really important for him, and like I say, he'll score goals. He's a good finisher. You've seen that now. What's he, 2 and 3? So I'm completely sure, that he's going to score goals.
Takes a lot of kicks as well, doesn't he? Bless him.
Yeah, he's a lot stronger than he looks. He's got good pace. He's a lot stronger. He uses his body really well. He's a tough guy, to be fair, and we need that in this league. We need someone that can break up play. Talk about game management. Winning a free kick and allowing us to get 20, 30 metres up the pitch is really important, and he did that really well tonight.
The attacking trio, they constantly look like they can turn on a sixpence and want to get forward so quickly and create those opportunities for you.
Yeah, I think we have a really good blend, and only 3 games into playing together. Obviously, it's a completely new front three, so yeah, you see it. I think it's really exciting when you see there's variation in terms of coming feet, threatening in behind, 1v1s, link up play. It really excites me watching them, to be fair, and hopefully the fans feel the same. I thought they were terrific again tonight, and it was a real special moment at the end there when singing my name was a real special moment for me and one I won't forget in my career. So I thought they were terrific tonight, the fans, and it was hopefully they enjoyed the game.
Daniel Harvey obviously came off at half time. He had a bit of a knock in the first half. Is everything okay with him, or was it a tactical decision?
Yeah, no, he took a knock. It was I need to speak to the medical staff, to be fair. I think it was maybe a bit of concussion, so we need to see how he is, where he's at. But again, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I need to double check with him.
On Tanae Watson, who was on the bench today, but he seemed to really solidify down the right-hand flank late in the second half, keeping the ball away from Charlton.
Yeah. I have to say again, credit to the staff. We had a chat during the game. I thought I was pleased with the changes we made. I thought they had a positive impact and allowed us to continue that momentum. And I was talking to Aiden. Aiden obviously hasn't played a huge amount at right wing back, and he was feeling it physically. So again, that I said to the guys afterwards, whether you're in the starting lineup, whether you're on the bench, whether you're not in the squad, we're going to need everybody this year. And the starting lineup can only be ready to go and perform like that if everybody else does their jobs properly.
We spoke about the difficult opening start to the fixture schedule this season, but with performances that we've seen, getting this win here and even the performance against Sunderland must make you feel like you can take on anyone in this league.
Yeah, and I think it's not getting too carried away. I think that's really important. I think it's important we stay grounded, we understand why we played well. I think that's really important. So again, that's why the work of going away, reflecting, analysing, showing the good things that we did, showing the things that we need to get better at. I think that for me is taking it week by week, game by game, and making sure that there was some really good stuff. We're going to have some really difficult moments this year, I know that already, but it's making sure we understand how we get through them, how we get out of them.
Speak a little about Aiden taking the right wing back role. How do you think he did with his performance?
Yeah, I was pleased with Aiden, to be fair. I thought he showed a real level of discipline in terms of positionally. Defensively, he gave us, he looked, made us quite solid down that side. Gave us an outlet, obviously, on a longer one as well. So I thought he contributed. He had a really solid game, so I was pleased with Aiden.
Sure. Also, Dean Newington back in the playing field today. We saw there was all sort of eagerness at the end with him trying to get back in the playing field without throw at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's desperate to play. I think he epitomises everything in terms of just love of football. You see him there, how he trains, how he plays, how he talks about the game. Like I say, he's been terrific in the short time I've been here, and what he does bring in terms of them late moments in the game. You can see him talking, organising, etc. And that's valuable for us to pick up points ultimately.
I just want to see the urgency with which the team reacted to the Jaden Stotley goal and just getting it. I think it was 2-3 minutes later.
Yeah, like I said, same as last week, right? We go 2 behind last week and we score 2 minutes later. And I'll be totally honest, it's not a habit I'd like us to have as a team. It's not great for me on the sidelines to see that and feel that. So, yeah, it's one where again, I think looking at the start of the game, how can we be more, how can we start more on the front foot and gain momentum earlier in the game? I think is a really important one for us to look at, and then ultimately making sure that rather than giving ourselves hard work to have to come from behind, that we're actually the ones that dominate and take control by taking the lead.
At the end there, where the team took the lead and then were able to control it in a way that Charlton struggled to just break down.
Yeah, we spoke a little bit about and I thought they did it really well second half. Ethan and Matt. We spoke a lot about them playing a little bit closer together, and you saw, I think, second half especially, the number of times they played together. was probably a lot more than the first half. I'm pretty sure of that when I have a look at it. But what that does is it just gives us that platform. When you look at it, number of counter attacks second half compared to say last week, for example, Sunderland was a lot less. So again, something that we've spoken around, something that we clipped from Sunderland, something that we spoke to the guys around. So yeah, like I said, them being able to take the information and then implement it is first class.